What's up everybody? My name is Chris and today I'm going to be reviewing the iPhone 5S. So the first thing that I noticed with this phone after unboxing it is how nice it looks. It's not that much thinner than the 4S, but it really does feel quite a bit thinner. And here is the 5S, and when you're holding it in your hand it just feels a lot thinner and it definitely feels a lot lighter. That's one of the biggest things that I noticed right away. I picked it up and I'm just like, whoa, this is pretty light. But it doesn't feel cheap at all. It feels very sturdy. It looks just really well made. It looks like it's an expensive phone, like it is. The other thing that I immediately noticed with this phone is how responsive it is. When you do anything, when you unlock the phone, go through all the animations that iOS 7 added, it just goes through them very smooth and they don't look choppy or laggy or slow. They go very fast through them, and it really leads me to believe that when Apple designed iOS 7, they were designing it for these new phones, the iPhone 5S and beyond. The new cameras that they've implemented on the back of the phone there, those are not the same as the old cameras. They're very good quality. They made the sensor larger, the pixels on the sensor larger, so instead of seeing, like, you'll see the ads for all the other phones saying like they have, like, there's that one with 40 something megapixels, like it's basically a camera that can make calls. But I mean, what Apple did is instead of adding more megapixels, they made the sensor bigger. So it seems as if there are, but there really aren't, which is perfect because they can keep the small size of this phone but still give you better picture quality. The other thing that they did to enhance the picture quality is give the phone a wider aperture. Now, to those of you who aren't camera geeks like myself, what that means is that the hole that lets light onto the sensor that records the image for you so you can see it on your screen, that hole is now bigger. So it lets more light in. Basically, it just makes your pictures less grainy. You're going to notice a good difference in your pictures. They're going to look a lot sharper and just less grainy and ugly looking. The other cool things with this camera that I have tried and I think are really awesome is the slow motion photography. They give you the option, I'll go into my camera here quick, and basically you have photo, photo or video, whatever you last used is what it's on, and then when you swipe over, now you have this slow motion option, and it tells you at the bottom there that you have 120 frames per second recording. Now that doesn't really matter because, again, that's kind of a more camera technical thing. All you need to know is when you're recording on that setting, after you're done, it'll allow you to use slow motion, which is a super cool thing, and I'm sure you know what that is, so I'm not even going to bother explaining it. Now, the last thing they did with the camera is the burst photo. I'm just going to call it burst photo. It's basically what you do is you hold your finger down on the photo button and it just takes tons of pictures for you, and you can do this pretty much until your phone runs out of space. It goes on for a long time, and it tells you the number there. You can see we're at 130, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. It goes on for a long time, and then when you're done, it just brings up this screen. Yeah, there's my beautiful half face. And you can go through and pick your favorites. I'm going to delete those, but you can go through, pick your favorites, find ones you like. I think iOS 7 picks one that it thinks is the best one for you, but you can still choose which ones you want. And last but not least, Touch ID. I saved this for last because I'm sure everybody came here wanting to see Touch ID, so yeah, you're welcome. But I'm going to show you how I have mine set up, and it's going to be awesome. So if you're a little bit skeptical of it, it actually does work. I was sort of skeptical myself when I first saw it. I'm like, no, they can't do that. How do they fit that on the home button? But it works, and it's super cool, and I'm going to give you a quick demo of it here. So I set up my thumbs to work with the button. You can set up to 5 fingers, I think it is. And basically you just turn on your phone so you're at your lock screen, and then you put your thumb on the button, and then yeah, you're signed in. I was using my camera last, but yeah, you're signed in. I'll show you again. Turn on your phone, thumb on the sensor, signed in, and that's literally how fast it goes. It barely takes any time at all. It's not like you have to wait 5 minutes for it to match your fingerprint or something stupid. It's immediate, and it's fast, and it's perfect, and it's just something that's totally Apple. You don't feel gypped out of any quality when you're using it. Overall, I would recommend this phone to people who have the 4 or the 4S and they're looking for an upgrade, or they have an upgrade, or they want to upgrade soon. I would definitely recommend the 5S for you. It has the most features for you versus someone upgrading from an iPhone 5, which you still can do. I'm not going to necessarily say don't. I just wouldn't really recommend it. I'd wait for the 6, because that way you can just get more features for the money you're going to be paying. Because otherwise, it's a little bit faster, a little bit better camera. It's not really that big of an upgrade. That's kind of always how their midway versions have been. Like they did the 3G and the 3GS, and then the 4 and the 4S and the 5, and now the 5S. There isn't really a giant difference. I would just hold off for the 6. But yep, that is the iPhone 5, guys. So that was my review of it. My name is Chris, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.